Doodlebud back again with who would have guessed a fountain pen review. This time we are checking out this lovely offering from Narwhal. It's an exclusive with Goldspot. They sent this one over. This is the original plus this time. The color is the Rainbow Wrasse. I had no idea what a wrasse was. It's a type of fish. It's a saltwater fish known for beautiful colors. This particular one is supposed to mimic what's called the rainbow wrasse. It's a Mediterranean species of the wrasse fish. It's got all sorts of beautiful sparkles in it and some rainbow type trim on here. It's a vac filler. So we're going to check this out together and show you what it's all about. I have to say I'm pretty proud of myself with how clean I got this pen for the review. I've been using it, had it all inked up and thought, let's get it all shiny and clean to start off the review. We will ink it, and I have an ink that I think will match it up quite nicely. For the folks that love packaging and boxes, this is the box. It came in a little sleeve, pen goes in there. That's all there is to it. And for those who love close-up shots of shiny, sparkly pens, let me throw on the macro. Trim on this pen is all done through PVD coating, so you can get just some lovely colors. You got the green and blues and purples and some pink. I like to do the macro shots on here. That way, if you are thinking about picking up one of these pens, this way I can give you just some really nice detail, see some of the things maybe you can't see on the websites or pictures around the internet. There's the cap band with a narwhal. You can see the plunger down in there. Beautiful sparkles all over the barrel and the trim in that. Let's pop off the nib. One side effect of using a macro lens, if there's any little bits on your fingernails, it definitely shows up. But there is the nib with a lovely treatment on there as well. Speaking of nibs, this is equipped with an in-house narwhal nib. It's a number 6 size nib available in fine, medium, broad, double broad, and stub. I have one of the narwhal pens with a stub, and it's a ton of fun to write with. I have a pen here in the background. It might be a little bit reminiscent of the Twsbi Vac filler, the Twsbi 700R, and this is the Iris. So this also has a rainbow PVD type finish to it. You can see the colors are a little bit different, but still fairly similar. One thing on the Iris model, like everything is nice and shiny, all the bits, but it's always weirded out how the clip is more of a matte finish. I thought that was a little bit strange why it wasn't glossy with everything else. They did that here on the Narwhal, and the nib here on the Twsbi. It was, all sorts of different cool effects. They did it just on the front of it, which looks really nice. On the Narwhal, the full nib has that coating on there. So that's pretty cool as well. Some details you might want to know. The cap comes off in 1 3/4 rotations. It's a good size pen. It does post. It does post onto the vac filler knob, but unlike a piston knob, with the vac filler, you would just rotate it. You're not going to have some accidental ink explosion or have ink squirt out. You would have to then pull out the piston rod and depress it for there to be trouble. So I don't think you're going to have any, let's call it accidental discharges with this particular one. I find it is plenty long without posting. When I write with it, I don't post it. Like, it doesn't post mega deep. It's very secure, so there's no problems. But if you hold way back there, it posts nice and secure. So you're not going to have any problems there. But for me, it's fine just like so. Now, unlike the Twsbi, the Narwhal does not come with the wrench to disassemble the pen, which I'm okay with. To be totally honest, you don't need to fully disassemble these. You do have some metal bits going into plastic, and if you just slightly over torque something, or you happen to just start the thread a little bit off, you can strip things out. And all in the name of getting one little drop of water that's behind the plunger rod here, it's just not worth it. You can pull off the section here, unscrew it like I showed you there, and you can get in and clean it all out. You can put a little dab of grease in there or something like that. That is one thing I wish they would include, just a touch of grease. You do need to service these, so a little teeny vial of silicone grease that you can put a drop or two in there. That would be nice if they added something like that. But yeah, you don't need to fully disassemble these things and take it all apart. You just run the risk of something happening. So I'm okay it doesn't come with a wrench. You can screw out the whole nib unit from the section as well. Again, be mindful, there are some O-rings If you lose these, the vac suction just will not do a good job. So if you do fully take the pen apart, let's say you have a troublesome ink, you're doing a glittery ink, I know it would be very tempting to have a shimmer ink in here. You can disassemble the pen and get it all cleaned out, no problem. I'll give you physical dimensions in just a moment. First, we'll do a size comparison. For a quick one, this is the Peter Draws Narwhal pen. This was a Goldspot one I purchased a number of years ago just for reference. They're essentially identical, except this one has piston filler. This is a vac filler. Even the caps are swappable, but if you have one of these, it's dimensionally the same. For the size comparison, I thought I'd pick some other sort of colorful pens I have. This is the Twsbi 700R Iris I showed you previously. This is the Enso Italia Titanium with a custom Doodlebud anodized job. A little flame and acid did the trick on that one. Here we have the Rainbow Race. This is the Narwhal Nautilus, Horsehead Nebula, and over here is an Esterbrook Esty Petrified Forest regular size. And here we are, caps off, nibs out. Actual dimensions are as follows. Just about 131, 146.6 cap diameter, body diameter, 11.5 just below the threads at the top of the section, finishing off at 10 at the bottom. About 20 millimeters long in the section. And there are threads right here, super smooth. Step up is almost minimal. So if you happen to grab right there, it's not going to be a problem. Very comfortable. Now it's time for the old massometer. We have 32 grams empty, 12.5 in the cap, leaving 19.5 in the body. Let's ink it up and show you the ink volume. I did this earlier, took notes. I lost my notes. We're using this Octopus Fluids Dragon Petrol Pink Sheen. If you're new to vac fillers, you simply twist off the cap, slide it back, put it in. Ooh. Let me get the scale ready. I'm going too fast here. Now I'm ready to go. You pull the piston plunger back. You put it into the ink. Bubbles will shoot out and then boof, it goes past and you can see it sucks up the ink. Let it sit there for a moment. That is a standard fill. Let's see how much ink we get after I wipe this off. We got about 1.3, 1.4 milliliters of ink. I'll do one more pump. This time we have 1.6. You can fill it fuller. You can do what's called a super fill. I've showed this before. You pull the piston rod back here, push up all the air. Be careful, don't go past the point of no return where the seal breaks. But stop just short of that, and then you go back into the bottle, press it down, and you'll get a full fill. I'm going to leave it like this a little bit because I like to watch the ink slosh around a little bit in these vac fillers. The paper I'm using tonight is this pad, this Continue Plus. This is made by Kiowa. I picked this up at a local store called Umomo. The pen has been performing very, very well since the moment I got it. The writing is nice and smooth. This paper is good. It is feathering a little bit on this, but I have been liking this because it's cheap. It's nice and smooth. It's pretty good. There are some inks. I wasn't using the same ink before, so it wasn't feathering on this paper when I was using it previously, but there are some inks that push it to the limit. It does soak in a little bit quicker on this paper. So this is just some Rhodia right here, Rhodia dot pad, and if I do a regular kind of wetness thing that I do, you can see you're getting a lot better sort of flow because it's sitting on the surface a little bit longer. The odd little tiny skip, again, that's not the pen, that's not the nib, that's me just awkwardly writing around a camera. Every now and then I'm off a bit and I just have an unnatural writing angle, but overall I've been enjoying writing with the pen. It's comfortable, the flow is good, and yeah, if you like sparkly pens, you're going to like this one. One thing with these type of vac filler pens I am always a little concerned about, but I haven't run into this problem, is just these threads here, these metal threads here on the back, and you have your cap here, which is a much softer material. The Twsbi Iris, the vac filler, it's same type of thing. The parts aren't the same, but same general concept. I've had this pen for a long time. I haven't had any threads blow out or get stripped. My Asvine V200, same type of idea. You know, I get concerned about it. I haven't had any problems, but just do watch out. You know, it's just like anything else. Don't over torque it. Take it easy. If it doesn't catch quite right, maybe you cross-threaded it or just did it wrong. So just do watch out for that, because if you force it, we got metal, we have plastic, you know who's going to win the battle. Overall, it's a fun little pen. It is a Goldspot exclusive, so it's the only place you can get it. I'll have a link down there below so you can check it out. It's retailing for $65. If you enjoy sparkly pens with flashy trim, you will love this. If you despise sparkly, glittery pens with shiny trim, then you won't like this. One time when I posted, where is it here? My Enso Italia, the anodized job I did. I even did it on the nib. Someone once commented, looks like clown vomit. And right away I thought, what type of circus are you going to where there's clowns vomiting? Anyways, that's terrifying. So if you don't like this type of thing, obviously not for you. There's another spot on the Goldspot website they have. It's called their weekly dip. I'll have another link down there. So if this isn't for you, but you like getting deals, they always have all sorts of deals go on. Good place to check it out. While we're clicking around and looking at things, there's a thumbs up. Hit that. Subscribe. Hit that. Leave a comment. Hit that. Until then, we'll catch you next time.